I researched a lot of projects we did with my agency, Fabriek. And what we discovered is that there are two main factors that drive innovation. The first one is if there is a clear vision, a clear idea, a clear concept, a clear point on the horizon, it really is one of the driving factors of innovation. And the other one is ownership. Ownership is highly underestimated. I think you need ownership to bring ideas to real life. The model we developed is this. There are two axes. One is the axis of ownership, and the other is the axis of vision. So you can have strong ownership, weak ownership. It's the vertical axis. You can have a diffuse vision or a shared vision, and it's the horizontal axis. So deciding factors about the ownership is, for instance, is there ownership? Is there enough budget? Is there a mandate? And if you go to a vision, you can ask questions like, is there a vision? Does the vision fit with the goals of the company or the organization? And is the vision shared? Is the vision well known within the company?
Let's do the summary. Anna, we start with you. What quadrant did you guys end up with? What was the scenario and what are sort of the ideas?
We identified that this scenario belongs to quadrant 3. There's a very weak ownership and no real vision and no allocated budget. And so we weren't very quick with our with our ideation, but we agreed that, well, we didn't really agree. We said, okay, maybe there's a way to go little steps. There were two options. One is to either create big vision that, like, wow, mind-blowing, that everybody will get aligned behind that vision, and that almost automatically will create ownership. Someone will definitely want to, or everyone actually will want to stand behind it and say, yeah, we really want to drive whatever we need to be driving in our own respective departments. The other option was, and this is something to explore, is that whether it's possible to do small steps and maybe a little bit of kind of vision creation, a little bit of looking who will take the ownership for that. And maybe it's something to go by department, to do by department or by different groups of stakeholders.
We identified that it's quadrant 1 and that we have to go to quadrant 2 by kind of making the vision more commonly shared. As you can see from this, under workshop outcome, we had a very kind of lively session with many, many ideas around that. Maybe the starting point should be the marketing department as driver, who should take the leadership and the ownership of really designing the transition and making the vision shared. And we came up with quite a few examples how this could be done.
We had some very quick rapid fire ideas here. There is basically, first of all, understanding what do people see as a better world, understand the individual employees, how do they possibly could rally behind that, and then actually find some hooks to understand the concept of sustainability, concept of materiality, to build some arguments, and then align this hopefully with the company goals, if that's at all possible at this point for Peter. Then Peter, being in the position hired by legal, focusing on the negative impact, pulling out 2 or 3 most important risks that the company may realize because of not taking care of materiality or other issues regarding to sustainability, and then understand what are real business effects that it has, maybe even on the bottom line of the company, and then deliver 2 or 3 business opportunities. So similar as Jeroen was talking about, provoking, reacting from top management, in order for somebody to say, I like to pick up on this, I have a vision, or I can create a vision from here and create an ownership from there.
What role each of us can take on and develop ourselves maybe in, what do we need to become in order to facilitate coherent and brave choices throughout sustainability projects that we're handling.